Happy Abundance Wednesday, everybody. This is going to be a real special one today. We're already having a few hiccups. Some of our guests are running a little bit late, but they are all on the way. Molly wasn't able to make it today, so we were lucky enough to have another authoress, Jessica Barberi, step in for her, and we are super happy about that. Lisa's been reading her website and mentioned girl crush on her now, so that's exciting. I'm super excited to hear more about that. Yeah, so we've got DJ Motivate. He's going to show up here in a little bit. I think he was at the gym. We've got Chad. He's going to be coming in. I think he said he's going to be here at about 2:45. We've got David. Well, we had David. David will be right back. Hopefully Mojo is going to be able to drop in and play some piano for us as well. But yeah, just bear with us. It is a live show and everybody has live lives. So we're just trying to roll with it, and it'll be a great show anyways.
Yes. Hello. Welcome, everyone. We are really excited. David actually is supposed to be in a garage today, I think, with some other band members. He's getting together. So that's very exciting. But he said he wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi. So he's just getting reconnected and should be with us shortly. But we're very excited to have everyone here today. So thank you for coming. All right. Well, Lance, while we're waiting for David, did you want to maybe we could get started with Grenfell's song?
Yes. Oh, so no, sorry. I was just looking at, so now everybody, now everybody is giving me new timelines. Yeah. So we have Grenfell here hanging out in the studio with us. And I know most of you out there know who he is and the kind of music he makes, but he's got a really awesome track here that I just thought we might play in the meantime while we're hanging out, if everybody is amiable to that.
Let's go! On social media, starting not to dress up, becoming with exterior. I'm just so fucked up, I'm blaming on insomnia. It's all a side effect to living in dystopia. Never get things right, live that way my whole life. Addicted to the existential dread that lives inside my head. I'm a mess, I'm a mess. I confess, yeah, that I'm a fucking mess. Cause the whole world's running on hysteria, and I can't take it so serious. Everyone's a little bit delirious. After we'll got fooled up by any evil genius, figuring that we kill us. Ain't this fun? Cause I spent my whole time talking to avatars. Don't go outside, keep feelings out of track. Guess I'm still fucked up, I blame it on the chemicals. Just another casualty of all things inevitable. Feels like the whole world is pop off right now. Everyone's so fucking lost right now. Smile on our face, but we're still screaming out. Cause they'll live when I'm just burning out. Cause the whole world's running on hysteria, and I can't take it so serious. Everyone's a little bit delirious. Fooled up by an evil genius, figuring out who to kill us. Something from the invention. tape that's running. We're having so much fun. Maybe I should get high, maybe that will help me get by. Say goodbye till I can find some guy cause the whole world's running out of stereo, and I can't take it so serious. Everyone's a little bit delirious. So what's the stuff thinking things so serious? It's all just a bit of fun. Oh yeah, fun.
Wow. Awesome, bro. Really love that one. Grimfell's always bringing these bangers.
It's happy Grimfell, and I like it. You should do more happy Grimfell.
I love
I'll try.
Well, you know, all of it's all good. For anybody who doesn't know, one of the things that always has blown me away about Grinfell is he kind of embodies the using AI to enhance creativity rather than kind of taking over for it. You know, those of you who have caught the show with him before, he has explained he makes his music on Ableton, but he uses the AI to change his voice. And it's just super duper creative. I love it. But yeah, we've got Monroe, DJ Motivate, founder of the Black Eyed Peas, here in the studio with us.
Yes,
just coming out of the gym. I'm in the gym myself. We're on our way to Vegas at the end of May to host the Abundance Awards for AI music video. And if I've got to be on camera, then I still got to lose a little bit of COVID weight.
I don't know if I'm live or not.
Yep, you're live now. We've got you. Hello, welcome.
Oh, wow. What's up, everybody?
Yes, thank you for joining us today. It's really exciting to have you here. We're really looking forward to talking to you.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here. It's an interesting stream, and the way it's all working, it's very interesting for me to be here and check this out. So you'll see more of me.
Great.
Awesome. Yeah. So, you know, for anybody who knows the show and knows what we're doing here, I mean, the main focus of the show, it doesn't really matter what you do in your personal life, what your background, you know, whether you're a creative as you're an author or a musician or a mathematician, the common theme here is that we all see the abundance. We just see, like, you know, I know there's hard stuff out there in the world, but what else are we going to do except keep on putting one foot in front of the other and, you know, moving on. And one of the reasons that I invited Motivate here was because if you look back at his career, you see that he is the embodiment of community. I know a lot of you know that he came from the Black Eyed Peas, but I mean, I don't know if you know too much about kind of the history of that. And I won't go deep into his history, but, you know, he's from the late 80s, early 90s. You know, met Will and I through, was it OG Chino? And, you know, formed the group At Band Clan with Apple Deep and Mookie Mook, signed with Eazy-E's Ruthless Records in 92 until Eazy's passing in 95. You know, was the DJ and founder of the Black Eyed Peas, really, I think. And before it was Black Eyed Peas, it was what, the Black Eyed Dots?
Nope. That's I don't know why people say it. It was just simply Black Eyed Peas. It went from At Band Clan to Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, okay. So I thought there was like a little bit of a whatever change in there, but then I know it was in 2002, I think that you guys brought Fergie on, and pretty much things started changing into, I don't know what you'd call it, pop rap or whatever. And
and like it became yeah, that's true. I guess you could say it was like pop rap. That's when it, you know, a lot of that took off, you know, and kind of exploded from that too.
It's yeah. So, you know, and that is the point. So if you look at your career following that, it's just been further mentoring people, you know, eschewing fame and things like that in, you know, favor of just like making your music and creating your stuff. And man, that is awesome. And everybody that I see that's got a word to say about you, it's always positive. Here's a family guy. Here's a community guy. You proposed to your wife on stage with the Peas. I mean,
yeah, I married her on stage of a Black Eyed Peas show.
that's, you know,
That's
it's
awesome.
just the entire so I mean, but just, you know, bringing your work life, bringing your family life, and
Mhm.
staying humble. I know you say that to a lot of people, to stay
Yep.
humble, remember the people that, you know, supported you on the way up.
That's my
Um,
number one. Yeah.
we remember everybody who's supporting us here on this show. I mean, we started 3 months ago, just kind of goofing around, and it's really just blown up. I mean, we're really blown away that everybody wants to hang out and be part of this.
Mhm.
I mean, yourself. We got
Yes.
David over there.
There's
He's queuing up.
I do have something to say about this experience is that this community has got me to venture into another community, venture into something else, and that something else is AI, and I'm actually embracing that. And I do understand, like, AI is not something, they make it sound like it's something that's very simple and easy. But like you said, the person who's making their music, they use Ableton and they use AI to change their voice or whatnot. So that's nothing different than, say, using auto tune to change your voice. You know, so I think AI is gonna, you know, wherever it goes, I'm really excited to just dabble into this realm of creativity, which it is. It's not just prompting. It's really creativity.
So I guess you and Tommy from Traxy are you work together. So maybe is that how you first became aware of the AI music video show, or how did you kind of figure out what everybody's doing and want to get involved in all that?
You see that? Did I disappear?
You did.
We still hear you though.
Yep. Just can't see you.
Oh, he disappeared.
Well,
Okay, well, I'll save the next question for him whenever he's coming back. I see David's over there queuing up. David, we see you there, brother. As soon as Motivate gets back, a few more questions for him, but we are pumped to see what you guys are up to. That's a nice looking axe you got there, my friend.
we've got him back.
Okay, we've
1
got
second.
Monroe back.
All right, we've got you back.
And but on what Lisa was asking you, because I know that you always use the was it the MPC Renaissance drum machine to make a lot of your stuff?
I lost.
Oh, are you here? Okay,
Okay, yeah. We've got you sideways, but we
Okay,
can
go.
see and hear you
Ask me
again.
now.
so I know that you usually use that MPC Renaissance drum machine to make a lot of your tracks. How would you say that kind of compares with Traxy and with some of the AI stuff that you've been using?
Mm-hmm. I'm here. I can't hear you guys, but I am here.
You can't hear me?
Let me see. Am I on mute somewhere?
I
Let's
could,
see.
let's see here.
Should
Is
be able to
he,
hear us, I think.
is
We
he
can hear
okay?
you.
We can hear you for sure. You can't hear us? Hmm.
It
Hello,
wouldn't be
hello.
Abundance Wednesdays
It
without a
would
few
not
technical
be
difficulties.
exactly.
So
You just could not have Abundance Wednesdays without some technical difficulties.
we'll give him
Hello,
a
hello,
second.
hello. Hello, can you hear me? Grimfell, I can see you. He's hurting my neck. Okay. Can
All
you
right.
hear
Well,
us?
he doesn't hear us, I don't think, but we can
Monroe,
hear.
can you hear us? Monroe, Monroe, Monroe. Come in, Monroe. Let's see here. Let me send him a message real quick.
Sorry, everyone. Just one moment. Bear with us.
We hear you.
Oh, you do?
I
Yep,
do hear
yep,
you.
we can
I
hear
hear
you. Can
you.
you hear us
Oh,
now?
you can hear me? But I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear us. Okay.
No.
Is your volume on? Um,
Well, you can see David there in
That's
the
what I was
background.
pointing
They're playing. We just can't hear them. Can you hear us now?
okay. Well, I don't know what to
All
do
right.
then.
Well, let's maybe have David play when we'll get him back on when.
Okay, I tell
hopefully
you,
he
yeah, let's
reconnects.
go ahead. Let's go ahead. We're gonna cut over to David and we will yes, we will get Monroe to reconnect and we will jump over to David real quick.
Hello, David. Are you guys? Looks like you got an exciting setup in the garage over there today.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
the busy
You
garage.
hear me, but I can't hear you.
Oh,
I hear you. Do you hear us?
Wanna try
You still
everything?
can't hear us.
It's total chaos in here. All right, David, we're trying to get you going while we're trying to work this out.
Okay.
The joys
he's
of
gonna
live
try to
streaming.
okay, he's gonna try to reconnect. So we'll go ahead and let David rock on. David, how are you today, my friend? Can David hear us? David, do you hear us?
We hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay,
Great.
David hears us. Gotcha. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump to you, and hopefully Motivate can reconnect and come back here in just a second. We'll get back to him if you guys are ready.
Can you hear
Awesome.
I
Yes.
hear that.
Okay, it's working. It's working. We're gonna get a better connection next time, but hopefully.
Rock on, my friend.
Okay. Rock out.
Along the watchtower, princess kept the view. Only when I came away, left outside the nest, I'll catch you down to ride the wind against the cloud.
All right, so there we go. There we go.
All right. Thank
Watchtower.
you, sir.
Awesome,
That was
David.
awesome.
We're trying to rehearse these ones, but yeah. So actually, we played that song twice so far. That was the second time, but yeah, thanks, guys.
So as you can see, we're going to have like a whole band going on here, and it's pretty awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely. This
Yeah,
was Awesome. Sorry, what did I do with the chat? There we go. Here it is. There it is.
All right, I think we've maybe got Motivate back.
Yes.
Hopefully. Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
I hear you.
Perfect. Perfect. I hear you. Yes, I hear you. So my original question before we got cut off was, I know you used or you have used the MPC Renaissance drum machine, and I'm curious, one, if you still use it, and whether you do, you don't, how does it stack up against, for example, Traxy or some of the other AI machines you've used so far?
Okay. Well, okay, the MPC Renaissance, one day I autographed it and gave it and traded it to somebody. Traded that thing away because it was a drum machine, but it had to be used with software to a computer. So I've been not anti. I like computers, but when I'm DJing or making beats, I don't want to see the computer unless I'm doing computer stuff like Ableton, or if I'm doing something that needs AI, then I have to go to my computer. Okay, so they don't really compare. Now I use what's called a standalone MPC X, and that's the one that is actually now it's implementing its own versions of AI, which is stem separation. So the difference is it's starting to be not a difference. So between only thing is I need to use my computer for AI because that's a different level of production. It's over here and then it's back in my drum machine, which is actually over here in the corner. Yeah, but that's basically the difference for me.
Oh, that's awesome. So in your opinion, the new, because I know you use some Traxy stuff. I was actually going to try to show a little bit. I'm not positive if that part was the part you did with AI, but the part that you did do with AI on that video we did, what is your thoughts on the quality of it? Like if you had to stack that up against vinyl, for example.
Actually, it does have, like, because of what I was prompting, it does already have a vinyl kind of sound. You can prompt in, like, when you're prompting, say you ask for something from, and you put 1983 in it, it's going to give you that overall general sound. That's what that does. That's what it does for me. That's how I, but as far as vinyl, like, oh, here it is. Okay. It more compares to an MP3 rather than I would compare it to vinyl. In the sense of clarity, sometimes it sounds clean, sometimes it sounds like it's a record. That's what the joy of AI is that, especially if you're new to it, is that it's kind of gonna be like it's gonna be like a slot machine where it's like you'll get, until you learn it, you'll just be getting whatever, you'll get lucky.
So you did the collab there with the AI music video show and Lance
Yes.
and Dan Dawson and Space Logic, and I was just really blown away by the whole thing. And I thought that it was really, really awesome that you participated in that. So what was how was your experience with it? And
Oh
is
my
it
God.
something you want to do some more of?
When I saw that, I watched the whole thing, and my wife did too. All the visuals, like the way it was all happening, I was like, whoa, this, it was dope. It was something I'd never seen before. Like, in a sense where it's like, wow, okay, cool. That made me want to go and kind of do more things with At Band Clan. Okay, so now we're going back into Black Eyed Peas for a second. But what this did was made me want to get with you guys and actually do some more stuff. I'm like, wow, I could, we could do so many things together, like that whole crew. And maybe I'm talking a little, maybe I'm saying a little bit too much here, but what I want to do is do a Web3 project where it's my music and it's like you guys will do the videos, okay? So when it's Web3, we could already go, you know this already, is that we could chop it up and everybody who participates will have a piece of the record, and it won't have to be like, you're chasing around some record company and all this crap, but we could actually, hey, my head just went open, and I was like, wow, I could do anything, and we could do anything together.
Absolutely. This is, and that is exactly the abundance mindset that we're talking about. Like this, this stuff is just a tool. I try to caution people because I know a lot of people think, as you just said, it's not as simple as going and pushing a button. And yes, you can push a button, but it's, it's like a slot machine. Sometimes it'll come out good, sometimes bad. But until you really start understanding how it works and how you can refine it, you're really just kind of at the mercy of the machine, really. But as you go on and you can start directing it and making it your own and doing your own thing, then it really becomes, you really realize that it's a tool much more than it is the master or the creator.
Right.
You've got to have that human creativity, and there are so many of us in this community with different strengths and stuff. As individuals in this changing landscape, it's our opinion that an individual is not going to make it. They are really not going to make it for the long term. Short term, yes, sure, you'll sell a few of these, make a few bucks. But if you really want to go the distance, it's our contention that we got to do it together. And if we do it together, then the old ways, the old record labels, the old Hollywoods, the old mic holders are all going to have to come a running and knocking on our door. And we're going to be too busy, helping each other to go back and, start stuffing money into their pockets, because really money is not the name of the game. And I can see in your career that money was not the name of your game, because if it was, you would have commercialized, you would have, got yourself some pop rap or whatever you want to call it. But I see you didn't go that way, and I really respect that. And more than that, I respect the fact that you were still helping people come up the entire time.
It's like, that's I know when I was I'm not here for, I don't want to be in the music for the money. I want to be compensated for what I do, but that, it's like I was really heavily into just being creative. That's what I cared about.
Yeah, I think that
let other people do the music. Let other people do the business for me, and I'll just stay creative.
Well, you've come to the right place, sir. Let me tell you.
Yeah, definitely a lot of
for sure.
The people in our community are very like Web3 friendly, and I think that everyone's really excited to see people, with your backgrounds coming into all this and being part of the community. And it's just really exciting to be able to have stuff on AM Music Video that's like showcasing your work and also our creators. And it's just really like a lot of fun in this community. I think it's the most fun I've had in forever. And we're really excited that you're coming into all that.
Are you going to come to the Abundance Wednesdayz Awards hosted by Level Up and myself, there, Lisa and myself in Vegas?
Yeah, we'll be right there.
Yeah. You guys said you guys are coming out here. I would be out there.
The 29th, the 30th, and 31st, and the award show itself is on the 31st. They've got a couple of DJ events at night, I know, on the 29th and the 30th as well, though. We'll be at those as well. We'll drop by. But yeah.
Sure.
I hope to see you there. I'll give you a call. I'll invite you out. We'll send a limo.
Let's do it. Well, I can see the strip from here, but it's about 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes away.
All right.
That's close.
Well, I'm a lot further away, but we'll get you there.
Okay.
I'm coming from LA, or near LA. We're up in I'm in Ventura.
Yeah,
awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we just really appreciate having you here today. It was great to talk to you. And sorry about the few technical difficulties, but I really appreciate your time today. It was great getting to know you better, and I know everybody in our community is very excited to welcome you in to be part of everything.
Super thankful you came in. I see Tommy from Traxies has been working.
That's Tommy right there, huh?
With Motivate has dropped in to say hello. We see his smiling face. I don't know if you wanted to say a word too before we have to move on.
No worries. I just wanted to pop in. I saw the invite Dream. So thank you for sending that over. And I just decided to join in and listen to the co-founder of the Black Eyed Peas here at Legend, DJ Motivate. And, you know, just wanted to say, going back, I heard you guys speak about how Motivate is always lending himself to early people starting and try and get their beginnings. And I remember way back, I mean, early 2000s, when I first met Villa, Jay, remember? I mean, Mo, I met Jason Villaroman, who was Black Eyed Peas engineer at the time, Grammy Award winning engineer for Sergio Mendes, Black Eyed Peas, of course. Anyways, it goes on. So from there, that's how I met Motivate, because we'd be in the Hollywood scene, and then also
you would come to Highlands.
Yes, that too. And then Highlands is a nightclub in Hollywood. Anyway, so Jason invited us to, well, it was kind of funny. It's kind of like a mini Hollywood story I'll give you guys. So I moved out to LA from San Francisco, probably early 2000s. And I had a record label at the time, a hip hop record label that was doing good regionally in the Bay Area. And then I took some of my artists out with me to Los Angeles, and we ended up going to, this is probably like a few months that we've been in LA. We were going to different areas to try to network. And my artists just started like free flowing, rapping in a circle in one of the Hollywood nightclubs. And then lo and behold, it was Jason Villaroman. And I think there were some other people there from the Peas, I think, as well. But he was like, dude, you guys got to come to the studio, and you know, we got to drop some tracks. I said, okay, what studio? He said, a Black Eyed Peas studio. I said, what? Okay, let's go. So like within a week or so, we were there at the studio, met Mo. And then going back to what I was saying initially, is that Motivate just basically took me in, and the studio took me in as well, because I was starting out as a producer, songwriter, and me and Mo were in his room in the Black Eyed Peas studio, just making beats, making tracks together, just me and him. You remember this, Mo? And
Yeah,
I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Somebody's frozen. Can you guys hear me?
Remember you?
We can hear you.
I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We hear you and see you.
Let me see.
Yes.
All right, well, we lost him.
Well, it's getting crowded in here. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
There, we got him back real quick. All right. All right, we got you back.
Sorry about that. So yeah, so anyways, what I was just trying to say, I don't know where I got frozen at, but just what I wanted to say is that Motivate, he takes in artists who are coming up and he mentors them, just like he did with Will and the rest of the Peas. And he taught Will how to make beats initially. And I mean, I already knew how to make beats and all that, but just going in with Mo in his studio at the Black Eyed Peas studio was, you know, he was showing me the ropes on some other things, on sampling and different things like that. He was opening my mind to different parts of production that I didn't know. So I just wanted to give him, you know, kudos and respect where he deserves that, because he is, you know, he is truly, he calls himself the mentor, and that is not just, you know, something to call himself. That is the truth. He's, you know, in it to make sure that the up and comers do survive. And of course, I know you guys were, you know, money isn't everything. It's about the art. But I'm also on the board of the OCME. If you guys know about that, you guys should check it out. And part of my job is to help monetize all of these amazing creators on here, to help them make money. So all of the creators listening, you know, Level Up, AI Dreams, everyone on here, Motivate. That's part of my job, is trying to figure out how to monetize the AI music video channel and other ways to help make money, so you guys can focus on your craft. Because I remember, you know, when I was just doing producing, songwriting, DJing myself, I just wanted to focus on my craft and not worry about the money part. So that's kind of where I fit in this puzzle piece, just so you guys know. And I'm also the co-founder of Traxy. But yeah, that's it. I didn't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to hop on, say hi, and kind of give that piece.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate you and DJ Motivate coming. It's just really incredible what we're all doing here, and I know we're all really
Thank you,
excited to
guys.
keep
Tommy, are
building.
you coming to Vegas too?
I'll be there. I'll be there on that Saturday. I can jump in for that one day, so I'll be there for the awards. The
Oh,
Awesome.
awards.
sweet.
Great.
Okay,
Yep.
so we're getting a packed house. So yeah, so everybody.
Mo, are you
feel
gonna
invited.
DJ? Are you gonna give us an hour? Bless us with an hour or something, or
Yeah.
what? What do you think?
If there's Dex there,
What?
if there's
Not
Dex
to
there, I
put you
got a
on the spot.
USB.
Uh-oh, you heard it. You heard it
You
here.
heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone in our community chat is really excited to have you here today and just really grateful to have
Alright.
people like you who have that mentoring heart and just looking out for other people. And we really appreciate that.
Thank you guys for having us.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for coming. Really, seriously,
All
it's
right.
really an honor.
Absolutely.
All
I
right,
mean,
brother. All right. Thank you guys
All
very much, and I will see you. You'll be hearing more from me.
Awesome.
From
Can't
me and
wait.
You
Tommy.
got my number. You've got my number. I'm always here.
All love. Thank you guys. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
All right, peace.
I was gonna drop too, unless you guys need me on. I know you guys got a segment going here. I didn't want to disrupt anything.
No, I know you're busy. Thanks for coming, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you.
See ya. All right. Awesome. That was really fun. Really glad it got some of our technical difficulties worked out there. So I think we're going to go ahead and start talking to our next guest, Jessica Barbary, who we are very excited because if you saw our promo, we were expecting to have Molly McCobb here today, but she was unable to make it at the last minute. So we were like, who else can we get instead? And Jessica was super fantastic about just deciding on the spot to come and join us. And then I was telling Lance and Grimful ahead of the stream that I was like looking up Jessica real quick because I mean, we just started collaborating with all these authors, and so unfortunately, I haven't had time to go read everybody's books. But I was looking at her website, looking at the stuff that she's done, and I was like, I think I've developed a girl crush on Jessica. She sounds like an amazing person. So I was very excited to have her here because I think it's just like this serendipity of the universe putting all of these people together to come to our stream who you can just see have the same kind of mindset as what we are doing, no matter what kind of creative endeavors we're all doing. And she is a very talented author. She has a lot of fantasy fiction that she does, the Fires of an Empire saga. But beyond that, she has 3 children and she works in the IT world by day as a system administrator, and then writes stories as a successful small author. And one of the things that I saw when I was looking into her website is just that it sounded like she got into writing because her son was struggling with reading, and he, I guess, maybe needed a little bit of motivation and inspiration as to why it would be important to learn to read and that it was worth the effort. And then she got into writing as a way to help him get into reading. And I thought that that was just really awesome. And so, you know, she's built these fictional worlds, the fantasy stories, but really what she's trying to do is just like the rest of us here at Abundance Wednesdays is build a better world. And I was looking into some of the blog posts she made, and she was talking a lot about people aspiring to what they see modeled. And it's not just about telling stories, it's about the world we want to create. And I could just completely see her abundance mindset in the things that she was saying there. And if you go to her website, jessicabarbary.com, then you will see there that she does a lot of writing about her inspirations and how she's coming to her stories. And also, I really liked one of the things she writes about is like the roles that people play in society and the value of having friendships and connections. And I think that that's something that we're building here. And it's just wild because everybody's, you know, there's a lot of people fearful of AI and what their place in the world is. And here we're trying to really build the mindset of we're humans coming together to use AI to amplify us. But it's not just AI, it's just like a creative community. So it's really that mindset that we're trying to help spread in the world. And people like Jessica just seemed like they're very in tune with what we're doing already. And it's just a different way of using creative expression. But then I did also see that she's using Midjourney for her character references and thought that was really cool and something that we can all maybe talk a little bit about today too. But in any case, I'll just gush on and on about her. But we're really excited to have Jessica here today.
I'm happy to be here. So thank you for this last minute invitation. And I'm thrilled for an opportunity to talk about what I've been doing, and getting with a bunch of really creative, interesting people and be able to talk to you guys is really cool. So I'm thrilled to be here. And yeah, you're spot on as far as I didn't plan on being an author. This wasn't really on my roadmap for what I was expecting to be doing until my son he's dyslexic. So it's one of those things for him is very hard to learn to read. And I was like, well, I have to show him that it's good to do hard things. It's good to overcome things that are very difficult. And like, I started looking for stories that had those kinds of characters that had to really overcome hardship or difficulty and maybe didn't get it all right away. And of course, I wasn't finding them. So I was like, well, maybe I'll write them myself. And my stories, I don't want to lead you wrong. My stories are not necessarily for children. I do burn a wagon full of them in the second chapter of my first book. So,
Okay.
My son was my inspiration,
fine.
but like that's, probably don't bedtime story that one to your 5-year-old. So yeah, I ended up finding a passion there that I didn't know was a thing. And I've become kind of a machine at pumping these things out. So within like my first book was published in August. I started it like January of last year. And I've pumped out I'm publishing my 5th book as of June. So I would say that, if you want to talk about abundance, I've definitely made an abundance of books to get this story out of me. And yeah, it's been a wild ride. Like just meeting everybody and the connections I've made has like expanded my world so much, and it's been a lot of fun, which is why I'm happy to do this kind of thing too.
Out of all of the books that you've written so far, which is your favorite and why?
So my favorite is the one that is upcoming. It is called Legacy of Blood. It's actually like a sequel story off of the main series that I've written. And it could be read as a standalone. So like you don't have to read the first 4 books to read it, but I invite you to, please do. But it is by far my favorite. It's a friendship story. It's about a young man and he's living in the legacy of his epic father. And, how does that manifest in an individual when you have this giant weight to like this shadow over you? Like, how do you make yourself something special? And he's maybe not on the right path. So it's about him discovering what that path looks like through his own, creating his own adventure in a world that's no longer dark. Like the first story that I've told is very much like the world is very dark. It's bleak. It's resisting the system. It's being the change you want to see, right? But then what happens when the world is good now? Like, how do you preserve that into the future? While still being, how do you be your own kind of hero in that situation where you're not like fighting evil? So it's an interesting, different story. He makes a friend with a fisherman. It doesn't go exactly as he has planned. And, at the end of the day, it's about his growth and turning into, the kind of person that he can respect. So it's a beautiful story. It's a very emotional story. And I'm extremely excited to get it out there because like it's my heart.
Now I'm excited. Sorry.
I know. So I was reading a little about your characters there. It was what is it, Finn and Ronan, the characters. Yeah, and I thought that was you were talking about the value of strong male friendships, and I know I am also a fellow Lord of the Rings fan, and that dynamic between like Sam and Frodo, and that I would think you really don't see a lot of that kind of thing today, where you're just emphasizing the value of having friendships and connections and community. And I think that you being able to put that into your book as a strong central theme is really something that the world can use more of, because I know like here we're really, like I said, trying to build community and friendships. And it's exciting to see when people are working together and collaborating and just being able to support each other. And I think a lot of times, in modern society, that does get lost because everybody's kind of like, presenting themselves a certain way on social media, or, having a lot of superficial relationships, I think. And to be able to like dig in and say it's okay to be deeper friends with somebody and become a best friend with, 2 men can be best friends, and, women can be best friends. Like, I think that's very needed. So I liked that you have that as a
Yeah.
central theme in it.
I think one of the things that I've tried to convey with all of my stories is that you cannot do this alone, that everybody is better with other people in their life. Like even the main epic, you know, you have your epic hero, right? But your epic hero cannot I don't believe anyways, that the epic hero alone should be the one that, you know, conquers the evil, rather build a team around him. So I've tried to create representations of how you might build that coalition of support. So whether that's like a supportive partner in your life, whether that's your friends, that could be like knowing about yourself, where your limitations lie, and then finding the people that will hold you accountable, you know, tell you when you're screwing up, support you and push you out of your comfort zone. So I've tried to create that. That's definitely an element between this friendship between Finn and Ronan, is that you know, Finn will call Ronan out on his bullshit, you know, and push him when, you know, he's making a mistake. And it's like it's a voice that he can hear when he's, you know, otherwise unable to hear, like maybe his father. But it's the same even with, you know, the main character of my first book, who's Kieran. When he's taking on the Empire, it's like he's got a team of all these different people. It's like his generals are willing to tell him he's being an idiot, and you can't just storm into a town like without consequence. Like you have to consider the supply trains. Like you can't just do X, you know, it's having these people around you to support you and to lift you and to elevate, you know, what you can accomplish through group effort. And I think like it sounds like this is very much your mindset here and what you're trying to build. So I think that lines
Exactly.
up well.
And I guess like just to switch topics a little bit, but we have a lot of people in here who are very into like the AI creation and creating new things. One of the things that Grimful and the rest of us thought was great about being able to invite the author community in is that I think maybe there's a lot of opportunity that's untapped there to work together. And I think that there's varying opinions within that world. It sounds like there's a lot of pushback still from authors about any use of AI. And I feel like you're kind of fighting against a tide there. It's out there. People are going to use it. It's the future. And you have to like get on board or you're just not going to make it. And I saw again that you were like using Midjourney for your character references. And I was curious your thoughts on the role of AI in writing and in what you're doing, and even just like maybe different things you want to be able to do that, because one of the things we're trying to do is build collaborative efforts. So a lot of people like you who are writing books, maybe you want to turn it into a short film or, you know, have something, a comic book, like any number of things that there's people out there who can use AI to help do that or help you do it. And I was just curious what your thoughts were about all of that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I work in tech. That's my day job. So it's been a very interesting coming from that world, which is very AI positive. They're using it a lot for just your day-to-day, like early adopters, I would say. We've been early adopters of the technology, using it to make your life easier. I started writing and I used it to bounce ideas off of, give me some name ideas, like help me think of, you know, it became like a collaborative friend, I would say, using like Claude or ChatGPT or whatever to just kind of bounce some ideas off of. I will say I write all of my own stuff. I'm not using it to generate actual text or writing, but I do use it for editing help and different stuff like that. But the covers and the art have by far been the most interesting degree of pushback that I've gotten, because I did all my covers using, originally with Dolly that I was generating images from and then working them in Canva. But then I started to use Midjourney. So all my covers I've created via some help from AI. And I was surprised actually when I got myself published, I put this stuff out there. The reception from the general public and from my tech people and everything has been very positive, but the author community specifically has been kind of divided. So I haven't necessarily had the most support in that, to the point where I actually have an artist that has redesigned my first cover just to see if I could maybe get inroads into some other opportunities that I haven't otherwise. I liked my covers. I thought they were cool. And I'll probably keep doing it because I write faster than I can pay cover artists to manually draw this stuff that to the degree of customization that I want. You know, I want it to have my heart. I I love doing the character art. You've
Mhm.
seen I do the art for my articles. So when I do an article, it's a process of, doing the generations, then modifying it. And, if you've done AI art, it takes a lot of effort. Like, I've put videos out there of how I do a character. So it's like the development of the character, getting the reference images and then putting them in a scene and then getting them in the art style I want and then fixing, like, he's got extra weird hands or his eyes aren't the right color or like the background's a little warped. Like, I have to go through and then I go back and fix all of that. I find it super fun. Like, I love doing that. I love bringing the ideas in my head and creating them, breathing life into them so that they turn into something. I've been playing with video a little bit myself. I have a video of like Finn that I made, and I think it's super cool. So I've been having a great time building these. I love them. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, Lance.
I feel like it adds to my creativity. I know that other people don't agree. And I wish that they would be. I think some of it is that they just don't understand what goes into it. They think it's just pushing a button and me calling it good or stamping my name on it. But it's like, no, there's a lot that goes into this right now. Maybe at one point it will get more easy, but like right now, I was always a drawer. Like, I had artistic tendencies, but I never had time to really just sit down there and like spend 40 hours, drawing something on paper as an adult with children and other priorities. So this makes it accessible to me. It makes it like I can bring these beautiful pictures to life and really help people see what I'm trying to build. So I think
Yeah,
it's fun.
Lance has your characters up on the screen if people can see them, and they're very, very beautiful. And I think that is just, so true that you are the author. You created these characters. You have an image in mind for what you want them to look like, and for you to be able to bring your vision into the world and show people what you were thinking, I think is incredible. And for people to like run away from that, I think they're missing out on the joy of creation that you just expressed, to see what came from your mind onto the screen, onto the image, and then, even turning that into films or having them move around in a video. Like, that's so incredible. It's really a magical world that we're living in. And I think that it's just amplifying human creativity. It's not taking anything away from you. You're not somehow cheating. You're in fact better able to express yourself and what you really are trying to say in the world. And I'm very inspired by that. I think you're doing awesome job there. And that's one of the things we're doing here, is just like supportive community. So if you don't feel supported in the old world of people who don't want to change with the times, like, come be part of this one, because that's what we're all about. And there's a ton of people out here who would love to also help build on what you're doing. And you are writing and you are creating the characters. You may or may not have time or interest in creating the other products you want with it, but there are people that want to do that. And I think that's what we're excited about, is just being able to team up with people like you and help spread the message to people of how it is, instead of being a threat to you as a writer, it's actually opening you up to be able to become more expressive, I think, in what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's like part of the reason that I'm able to be so productive is because I'm not having to wait. I feel like it helps the creative process. It's made me more productive. I'm not going to stop. Frankly, I get too much joy out of this. Like, I love playing with the art. I love, it's fun to bounce ideas off of things. Yeah. So I'm totally like, I'm a tech geek at my heart. That's what I am. I'm tech positive. I would rather be positive and think of what this can do for me and again, bring the vision that I want into the world than to just doom spiral into
Yes,
obscurity here.
exactly. Exactly. And you can see the joy that you get from it on your face as you're talking about it. And I think that that's something that everybody will experience the more they actually, instead of fearing what's there, get in, dive in, and like explore, and then you can see your imagination coming to life. And I think that's a really magical process for people. And I'm glad to have people like you out there who are kind of helping spread the message. Well, you still hold a lot of traditional values. I can see that from the things that you write about. You're very deeply rooted in trying to spread traditional values, but then here you are living in the future too, and being able to spread the message about that is definitely what we are all about with our abundance mindset. So It's been really great being able to have you here today, and especially at the last minute. Just such a great
Yeah.
fit for our show.
You saved
And
us. You
and
saved
if you like what I have to say, go ahead and check out my stuff. I would love to have more readers. There are audiobooks available, physical, digital, all options available.
Yes, we shared your website here, and we'll definitely reshare it on X later. And it's jessicabarbary.com. And I'm really, really grateful that you were able to come here today. It's been great having you on.
Thank you.
Awesome. Do we want to have David sing again from the garage if he's available?
Sorry, I would love to have David sing again. And thank you again, Jessica. Really,
Yes,
I mean, it
thank
was
you.
just like it was so awesome. What a great suggestion by Grimfeld there. It was Grimfeld is big into the author space, and I just went to him and said, "Our other one canceled. Do you know anybody else?" He's like, "Hmm." He threw up a big list, and at the top of the list was this face. Like, she's really great. I'm like, okay. And I asked, she's like, yes. I'm like, what? Cool. We saved our bacon.
Yeah, it was
Appreciate it.
perfect.
We owe you now. If you need any rabbit's feet or, you know where to come.
Awesome.
David, are you still there? Let's see here.
Or
David,
maybe.
David.
He's unmuted, but I don't know if we've got him.
David.
Can you hear us, David? If not, we can go on to Chad.
Okay, well, I guess we'll try
All
to
right,
come
we'll
up,
come back
David.
to him. Awesome. Well, it's turning out to be a really great show today. So hopefully everybody out there listening and watching is enjoying being able to hear all of this abundance mindset we have. It's really incredible. I think we have Chad. Can you hear us?
Hello, hello everyone.
Hello. Great.
Hello.
How you guys
Awesome.
doing? I
So
really
you
thought
may.
Dave was going to intro me, man. I was waiting.
Oh no, I'm
Would
going
would
to. I
you
just
like
wanted
me
to
to
make
int
sure we could hear you first. But so yes, we are very excited to
Okay,
have,
yeah.
as you may know him, a dark orchestra, Chad Neo on the stream today. And I was really excited that he
Thank
was
you.
going to be here. He's such an awesome community member, but he's an amazing creator. And I especially liked his Batman Anarchy series he's been working on because my husband's really into all of that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, wow, these are really good. But Chad does all kinds of
Thank
things
you. Thank
and
you.
actually has a background in music spanning about 20 years. And he is a rapper, producer, and recording engineer who had his own company before getting into AI. And just like I think probably a lot of us in the
A lot of
last
us.
few years, like post COVID and all this stuff that's been happening in the world, we're just kind of maybe looking to get a fresh start and do something new. And Chad said that he was started messing around with the different image generators around 2022, 2023, and just trying to figure out what he was going to do next. And I think just like a lot of us, we kind of fell into wow, AI is really incredible and it ends up changing your life in many ways. And then him just being able to move from just making images into videos, I think was sounds like it was very impactful on him. So, like I said, he's doing a lot of different things. He's into all kinds of technology and sci-fi and futuristic sorts of content. Beyond just the Batman Anarchy that I really like, he just recently did a collaboration with Unconfined on the Art of the Hustle where he directed the music video for Unconfined Song, and it was really very good. Hopefully, you guys have seen that. It's been shared a lot, but we'll probably share it again. And then he also contributed a video that he did with his brother for us today. So I think at some point here, Lance will bring that up for everyone. But we're just very excited. Like I said, Chad's a great, awesome community member. He's a fantastic guy, and we have been looking forward to
Thank
having
you,
him
Lisa.
for a while. So
Thank you.
welcome. There you go, man. There's your intro.
There's your intro.
That was
Welcome,
that was
welcome.
perfect. That was perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you for letting me be around so many great people, people I admire, man. David, I was waiting on the tunes, man. I don't know what happened to you, David. Glenfell. Like I just admire these people that you guys have in your space. You guys actually like opened up so many different relationships for me. just jumping in your spaces and stuff. I like really, to be honest, like it was you and I think one of Black Light's um, live spaces, and that's kind of like put me into like contact with most of all of my creative friends. And I can't tell you how much this is, like you said, this has changed my life. I know you've heard that plenty of times, but this AI thing is just so new. It's just so different, and I think it's gonna be great. It's human race like changing. So I just appreciate the opportunity to come speak. Anybody can ask a question or anything.
Yeah, so I think that, well, one of the questions I had is just you got into AI, but did you have like all these ideas for things you wanted to do and you wanted to use AI for it, or did you just stumble into AI and then suddenly have this flood of ideas of things you could make? How did that kind of take place?
Well, I'll say this. Whenever I see like I'm a tech kind of kid, I grew up around all the type of sci-fi stuff, so I think futurist. You know what I mean? So when different technologies come about, especially if I can extrapolate on an idea and think how far would this new innovation take us, I get real excited. And the AI, I mean, this takes us way into the future, and I hear this again too. Like people just don't know what we've tapped into. You know, I listen to guys like Exo Cillin, he says that we make these spells, we make spells, and we spell into these models, and they materialize stuff for us. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I got into it because I wanted to reimagine all the stuff for my child, you know, the different movies, the different TV shows. And just like with music, I used to hear music and I'd be like, oh, well, I would have did the beat like this. So that made me want to be a producer. Or I would have said the line like this. So that made me want to be a rapper. You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of broke into AI. Once I seen what the possibilities were in my mind, I said, well, okay, yeah, let's get ahead of this and try to see what we can, skills we can get out of this.
So you definitely see the abundance in the AI now. I know you've got a
Definitely.
lengthy accolades in the music industry. I don't know if you want to name drop or anything. I don't generally name drop everybody
I
else's name.
don't. Yeah, I don't. I told you guys, and
He
that's
knows some
enough.
people. Let me say, he knows some people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I don't want to name drop. But one thing about me, I kind of like how they say they want to get it out the mud. You don't really want to have like the name dropper doesn't even do anything as far as I'm concerned. I don't. It doesn't really do nothing
Well,
for
I
you.
mean,
You know what
I
I
open
mean?
don't
source,
usually
And,
know who
open
the names
source.
are anyway, so it
That's
doesn't do
true.
anything for me.
right, right,
That's
right. That's
Lisa.
the
Lisa
fact.
asked me. She said he sent this list of people he knows, but I don't know any of them. I'm like, well, I know a couple of them, but I don't know
Right,
them all.
right, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I like to, I guess, start from the bottom and work my way up. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
know that the genuine people that I'm getting that may like my stuff, it feels way much better than saying this is from someone else and I work with this person and like my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have it come like my accolades come like that though. Now, now that I know what I know now, yeah, I'll get more satisfaction from working hard and just getting the pure, genuine, you know what I'm saying, appreciation for my work.
We definitely got some appreciation for your work. And before I showed that one video, I don't know if you want to tell us anything about the collab. I'm always interested in collabs. We just had pop in here, just to let everybody know.
Oh, with the unconfined?
Yeah, but on that though, and on the collabs, we're starting a new little segment here as well every week. We've got, because we've got everybody in the community make stuff so often, and so everybody would like to come back onto
Yeah,
the
tell
show
me
to
about
talk about
it. Yeah,
to talk about the projects they're working on. But we've got
right.
such a big community here. We're still going through the list of everybody to make sure everybody gets a chance on there. But at the same time, we want to talk, we want to let everybody know what's out there, what the new stuff that was made this week. So we thought that every week at the end of the show, we'd kind of have like a highlights, of what everybody's been dropping
Yeah.
over the week and whatnot. So Papa, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but he's got
Oh,
a
I see
collab.
Papa. Yeah, he's another one. Man, I love his stuff. Like I get so much inspiration from these guys. You have no idea, man. And the attitude and the positivity, just the energy they put out, man. I'm so glad I'm in this space. I know I may sound kind of weird with those posts I make. It's kind of weird, and I was showing those emoji faces. I'm happy. I'm smiling, but it's really that type of feeling for me. So I hope you guys appreciate it.
Well, I definitely love the smile. Had to be in there.
Yes, great.
Lisa sent over that other picture. I'm like, what's this? Why does he look unhappy? Let's get that big smile up there.
That smile,
hot.
it's
It was hot
legendary.
that day.
He was trying to look
Smile.
GQ in the second picture. He had like the moody, like up against the wall. I'm like, man, this ain't him. This ain't
So
it. We need
the
that smile.
video we're sharing, I think you said was a premiere that you worked on with your brother. Your brother did the music, correct?
My brother did the music. I did the beat. I just did the beat and just did a video for him. So it's coming from like something I'm working on. It's probably not gonna come out for another month or so. I'm trying to go into my Tasha Caulfield bag. You know how she go? She'll go into like a cave or something, and come out with a masterpiece. I'm trying to like take my time. I took pointed from her about taking time on the craft and make sure that you get all the rough edges out, stuff like that. So yeah, it's from my reimagining of the Ronin story, but it's primarily going to be focused on the Foot Clan. We don't really know too much about them, but it's going to be more about the Foot Clan as they go through a different time without the Shredder, and just different like dynamic between the last Ronin and the Foot Clan that's left in the city. So hope that turns out okay. How it goes.
Yeah, I think Tasha's a great inspiration, and for all the people who are out there feeling like they always have to rush and get more and more and more out every day, you're right. It's sometimes worth it to just go into the cave and take time and put a lot of
Yeah,
effort
yeah.
into something, and then the community is going to be there to support you, even if you're not putting something out every day. So I think that that's the right approach. Take a little bit more time sometime.
Thirsty
Make
for
something
it
really
too.
good.
Thirsty for it. I think everybody's waiting on that new 1984.
Yeah, we are.
Where's that? Where's that? We're waiting.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, she's so deep with her research. It's crazy. Like she attacks it very professional. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's almost like how could you not take our craft professional? We have so many professionals working on it. You know what I mean? So
Yes, definitely.
All
All
right.
right.
You want to have a look at that video? Let's see here.
Yes.
Let's see if I can get that up there.
oh
Sorry.
yeah, I want to give a shout out to Narita Witch because she's the one that hooked me up with Uncle Vine.
Oh,
She hooked me
nice.
up with Uncle Fine and tagged me in it, and then the rest is history. So I really appreciate her for that.
What is
Yes.
the real quick? What is the backstory on Unconfined? I just only know Unconfined via your video. I've never. I'm not sure. Familiar with them.
Well, Uncle, I just met him through
Oh, I
Nari.
see. Oh,
He's Armenian. He hails from San Francisco. He is, I guess, I'm not sure because I haven't talked too deep with him. But he has some music out there. He's been with a lot of different celebrities and stuff like that. So me and him got together. He was a super cool dude. He gave me good direction on what he wanted, and then I guess we just had good chemistry. And this is just straight through X, like straight DMs and voice messages and stuff. So
oh. Well, I love a collab and I love the community on here. Let's see what we got here. So we're gonna go ahead.
okay.
This one is called the composition. Here we go. And there it is. That's all right.
Perfectly imperfect, love my flaws and all, or not at all. Work for what I'm worth, and on this earth, know I can have it all. Other pleasures in it, I be balling in a minute. Know if they don't like my moves, like a top off top, they spin it. Fuck with those who fuck with me, and luckily, you ain't gotta fuck with me. If you don't really fuck with me, scrape me off the bottom, threw me in the lap of luxury. Next go to the boogeyman, now all my neighbors under me. Come scrapped up if you come for me. No doubts, no hugs, no love for those who lined up as my enemies. I line up all my enemies. Boosted face for all of y'all. My people just ain't got it all. Tough talk on the net, but really softer than a cotton ball. I stop ignoring my demons and started facing them. I stopped chasing the money and started making some. I stopped sleeping on my dreams and started waking them. I stopped asking for chances and started taking some. Looking in the mirror, only time that I see competition. We are not the same despite your makeup and your composition. Trying to ease the pain, I write my wrongs down in this composition. Black and white on black and white. Wanda couldn't see this vision. I said black and white on black and white. Wanda couldn't see this vision. I said black and white on black and white. Wanda couldn't see this vision. Right back in this bitch, and my backhand on John McEnroe. If you don't do it for your family, who the hell you stacking for? Flexing like Lex Luger, torture rack and break the back and hold. Watch your mouth, cause you can get exactly what you asked for. Ooh, they know I kick shit like J-Lo. Killer instinct when it comes to flows, I spit that fuego. I've been on my shit since back when Goku had a halo. Beat your ass like Brawley had your head leaking that Prego. The squad 7 sensei, Caprende. Big shot block on your block like the Kimbe. You know what it is, hoe ass nigga with a pimp say. Never let these niggas ride this RP to Pimp C. I am not a killer, please don't push me, play me, tempt me. Cause if it's about my family, let it ride until it's empty. Reload, do that shit again, I blow smoke like a chimney. Big old Kool-Aid smile, but ain't shit sweet and I ain't friendly. Caprende. I stopped ignoring my demons and started facing them. I stopped chasing the money and started making some. I stopped sleeping on my dreams and started waking them. I stopped asking for chances and started taking some. Looking in the mirror, only time that I see competition. We are not the same despite your makeup and your composition. Trying to ease the pain, I write my wrongs down in this composition. Black and white on black and white. Wanda couldn't see this vision. I said black and white on black and white. Wanda couldn't see this vision. I said black and white on black and white. Wanda couldn't see this vision.
That was really, really awesome. I don't know what I was
Right?
expecting, but that certainly was not it for sure. That was really cool. I love the
Thank you
little
so
diamond
much, man.
grills. Oh man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lance. Thank you so much, Lisa. I
Oh,
really,
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Now, see, if you come to our show, you get to see awesome premieres like that, and we also always love featuring turtles. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Turtle
right.
was just like that was a winner right from the get-go. Like turtles, that's it.
You won me over.
There
No,
wasn't
I
no
mean,
rabbits in
really,
there, man.
like we're always saying, it's like you guys that make this show possible and that we can do this every week. And we just really, really love being able to have you be part of the community and sharing things with people and coming and sharing your creativity with us. And this was really amazing. I know everybody loves everything that you do, and just knowing that you're such a nice guy and cool part of the community. And it's a lot of fun for us. We were really excited to have you today.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Well, thank you, Lance. Thank you, Lisa, and thank you everyone else who likes my stuff. And I'll keep it coming. Anyone who want to do collabs, let me know. I'll work with anyone. That's it.
We
Awesome.
definitely got collabs all over the place. As soon as I get some more time, because we just got so many things we're working on at the moment, I would love to do a collab. I definitely wanted to get in on that one that Papa was doing as well, but I can't. If I
Oh yeah,
overcommit to everything
we
else,
all want a Papa Do collab. Trust me, we all want that collab.
Green Frog, he says he'll do some collabs with you.
All right. I don't know if we have David back or not.
David, are you around? David, can you hear
Sound
us?
should be on, but we may have lost his connection or something. I'm not sure.
David.
And I think we're going to lose Jessica, but thank you again for joining us, Jessica. It was great to have you here today.
Yes.
And we'll
Thank
catch up
you,
with you later.
Jessica.
Rope you
Thank
into
you
our
very
community.
much. Hold on, I'll unmute her mic. There you go. You're unmuted.
Oh. Oh, no, we
Oh,
lost
we
her.
lost her. Okay. Such as David, are you around?
All
No.
right.
Okay. Well, let's move on to Papadoo real quick while David's figuring things out there. So yeah, Papadoo is working on a collab right now, and they're going to be showing it, I believe, at the Abundance Wednesdayz thing, or in Vegas, right? Is that the deal? I don't know if you want to give a little background on what's going on with it.
Yeah, so Lolo and I run this space called Sonic, not space, sorry, it's a community called Sonic Vision, and we have a collaborative challenge where a lot of individuals have submitted songs from the community. And starting here on the 18th, if you select a song from the list, you can create a video from the 18th to the 25th from any song on the list, and we'll be showcasing the results in Vegas from May 28th to the 30th.
29th through 31st is the AI Music Video Festival.
Okay, 29th to the 31st.
Yes.
And so the idea is that we all, sort of collab and work on things that we just traditionally wouldn't do. And so we've got a lot of names there: Nairi, Chuck Tone, Sherry Banks, XOC, Jamie Garrard, Generative Art, Cyber Metal Recordings, Cynical Giraffe, 3 Duke Zero, ER Music, and I think a couple other names I'm forgetting here. I apologize to anybody I forgot, but there's a lot of great songs there, and just DM me or respond to the pin post with your selection by tomorrow. We're just gonna have a lot of fun just creating stuff that we really wouldn't create otherwise. And so it's just a great chance for people to collaborate and get our work out there. We'll also be having some community awards that we'll be announcing. They're not going to be like best of or anything like that, but just some fun stuff to sort of encourage the collaboration and creation. And I just want to say, Dark Orchestra, I love your stuff. It's really great to see you on here, and beautiful work.
Awesome. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So I was gonna try to show a little vision of the thing, but I guess there's not a YouTube of it yet, right?
No. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we still got David back here though. Hold on one sec. Let me send him a message.
We were going to have one woman reading a poem today, but unfortunately, this link wasn't working for her for some reason. So we'll get her all sorted out for next time.
Yeah, she said it's something with her phone.
Yeah, we'll get that sorted out. But if we don't have David, we can maybe hopefully get him back on at the end here if we want to just keep moving on.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you just wanted to kind of move into the other things there.
Yes.
All right. So we've been kind of, announcement time. Grimfell wants to know.
Hold
Grimfell
on here.
Yeah. Where is
Awesome. He's here.
So Grimfell already knows. A few other people know as well. Well, first of all, we'll start with the foundation. I think a lot of you know that, the whole point of this space here is really for the community. We don't talk about ourselves. We talk about you guys, or rather you guys talk about yourself. And we just try to, since I personally first got here, all I've wanted is for the normies, quote unquote, thanks, Pastor, to learn about this place and to learn about what everybody is doing, because I was stunned. And I always think of myself as pretty in the know on what's going on. But before I discovered this community, as much as I knew about AI was ChatGPT and something called deep fakes. And that was it. That was the sum of my knowledge. And when I got here and I saw what everybody was doing and was able to do, I was blown away. And more than just being blown away by what was possible, more, I was blown away that nobody had heard about it. I just couldn't believe that myself, who's in the know, didn't know about it. I know entire staff at the top universities in the nation who've never heard about it, that just have no idea. And I'm showing them videos and they're looking at me like, what is this? What is going on? And I'm like, that's how I felt. And this is how everybody I show this stuff to feels. So why does nobody know about us? Well, anyways, I'm tired of asking the question. And we just thought that, we would, I don't know, do our best to kind of share everybody with, the world, so to speak. So this space is a good way to do it. When we started on X Spaces, I think, we had 100 or so people watching, but we wanted to make it louder and get more and have better, sound and so on. So we decided to do this streaming thing because we can hit different platforms, and we're expanding it all the time. But now we thought, okay, well, then that's also one thing, but what else can we do? And in every space and in every conversation that we've had with people about AI and the potential of AI, whether it be in art or music or whatever, LLMs and et cetera, we always talk about how we love how inclusive it is, that it gives everybody a chance to, have the mic and to tell their story and to share their music and so on. And we're like, it's so inclusive. It's so for everybody. It's so for everybody. And then by the end of the conversation, we realized that, well, that's kind of true. It's for those of you that have money, because it costs. The stuff is not free. And even if you get into CPs and you get, whatever, one of the generators is providing credits, et cetera, you still need an editor. Some of you are out there making music. I know 3 people out in Nigeria. She's making music. She needs Ableton in her case, or some sort of a DAW, but the prices of DAWs are insane. I mean, especially in a place like Nigeria, where I think the median income is less than $200 a month. So, put that into prescription prices, and suddenly it's not so inclusive. So we kind of wanted to address that, and we set up a nonprofit, and it's a really real nonprofit, with myself, Lisa, and Kiri. You guys know Kiri. She's our VP of technology. I think she was doing taxes late last night. So
Yeah.
I'm sure she's gonna be able to make it. But anyways, it is a fully, it is a real nonprofit, meaning there is zero money or anything else in it for us. We're not allowed to touch anything. So this has nothing to do with us, like everything else. We just wanted to find a way to where we could maybe centralize things like education. We think that, gatekeeping and bogarting all of this knowledge and workflows and so on, and how you do stuff. I mean, certainly you could do that. But in our opinion, if you really want this to go viral and you want the normies to get on board, then everybody needs to learn about it. The more people who know how to do this stuff, the bigger the industry, quote unquote, is going to get. And that means that the bigger the pool in the pond for us all to play in. But if we all kind of like hide away in our corners and just take care of ourselves and try to make money today, in our opinion, that is really short-sighted. And the tech is changing so fast, and the playing field is changing so fast that you don't know what's going to be in 6 months. What I do know, from the sum of my life, I'm fairly old, is that the people who stick together, the groups that stick together and support each other, are the ones that make it. And the people that are kind of doing their own thing, they make it for a little while. But my experience tells me that the strength is in your numbers, and we have those numbers and we have that talent, and we just want to share it with everybody. And we want to address some of those inequalities, like people not having money to get access to these tools, and make sure that they get them. So that's what this foundation is for. It is for, it's called the AI Arts Foundation. And it is for education, advocacy, and providing free resources for those who need it. It's still a work in progress, but we have a lot of the tracks laid down. And, I won't go into all the other details of it to bore you to death, but yeah, that is the gist of it. So we are looking for people to help us with the education side of it. We already know loads of people who've expressed interest. Grimfell, real agents. I know Papa's on board as well. Everybody is going to want to participate because this is a great community and everybody wants to share. We just need a place where everybody can share in one spot and it being a bit more organized, so to speak. And, you know, and that's it. And rather than just sharing workflows, we really want to share the idea of creativity, because the tech is going to change, and I could teach you about Luma today and tomorrow Luma is going to be something different. So there's less focus or less necessity on learning the tools, even though that will be part of it, and more focus on the creativity, what goes into making stuff. How, you know, do you even get started? Some people really just don't know. And what are the possibilities? We've got people like Krista who use, you know, these LLMs to make her stuff. There's a never-ending cornucopia of knowledge out there that everybody wants to share. We just want to get them in one spot. And then there's loads of people out there who could use a hand in getting some of these tools and access and so on. And, you know, maybe the generators are not going to give them a CPP because they just got started. So they have no idea where to go. And, you know, they need that, you know, initial help to just get creative and get into a CPP. So we want to provide that too. And that's what this is all about, the foundation. I don't know if Lisa wants to add to that.
Yeah, actually, well, we are very excited to get this up and running. And as Lance mentioned, it's kind of still in this very early stages. And we are excited that we've already got Carrie on the board, and we're going to be working with Grenfell. We've been talking to 3 people, so we can try to get, even though we're a US based foundation, we do want to be able to reach as many people as possible around the world. And obviously, with having free resources available and online, there's people everywhere who can benefit from even the tutorials and educational resources we're hoping to provide through all of this. We've been receiving a lot of positive feedback and support from many others in the community. Like Nigel is a very fantastic and collaborative person and looking forward to helping us. And I see Dagmar says that she is interested as well. And I know that there's so many of you out there that we kind of want to help tap to be part of it. And I think it's really just a great opportunity. One of the things we're also going to be talking about is what Lance and I have also been doing on the other side of that. It's kind of like this yin yang thing we have going on. So we have this foundation that we're hoping to be able to provide free resources to people. And that really is to help like bring the educational piece into the world. I think that people as a whole just need to be more inspired about what's out there. Last week on the show, we were kind of talking about like if people figure out what AI can do from them. Adam from Mind Branches was saying like, well, what can AI do for you, basically? And I think once people discover how it can help them and the things that they're interested in, it opens a whole new world of opportunity. It's just that a lot of that is locked behind, you know, various constraints, and that's just something that we don't want there to be any constraints. It's bring the abundance to everybody. So let's find ways that we can just in a nonprofit way provide free tools and resources, because as we're constantly saying, there is just no need for this gatekeeping. You can go on YouTube, anybody can learn how to use AI. Like we all learned how to use AI probably through like YouTube tutorials or coming on X. There's no sense in trying to hide all this stuff away. The more people that get on board with it, the more abundance we can create in the world. And I think we're really excited about it on that side. Should we talk a little bit about turtle and hair?
Ooh, turtle and hair. Well, that is the other excitement. You know, we're not we want to, you know, help. And so the foundation is literally just 100% do good thing. It doesn't benefit. The rules are very, very specific. It cannot benefit us in any way at all. It is a lot of paperwork, a lot of nonsense. So, you know, there's no benefit to us. We just totally, really, really, really want to put that good energy out there for everybody. But to get some benefit, we also opened a company, an LLC, Turtle and Hair. And that is definitely money based. But, you know, but kind of in line with everything else we're doing, there are, as you know, there's a lot of studios that are popping up right now. And I suspect in the future, there's just going to be more and more and more. Everybody's going to have their own way of going about things and doing things. But in our case, we still want to keep our moralities or our ethos, so to speak, of inclusion and making things available to everybody. And that is not just the creators and the people that making this stuff, but also those that would like to uh, use this to buy this stuff, for lack of a better word. People that want to spend money, but the problem is not everybody has the deep pockets of, Coca-Cola or Disney or etc. Some people, I saw Mean Orange Cat the other day made an advertisement for a local coffee shop that he likes, that he frequents. I don't know if there was anything in it for him or not, but that is exactly the kind of thing that we're thinking about. There are a lot of people around here who throughout the US that want all kinds of things, not just advertisements, but God, I don't know. I don't want to give away too much or bore
Yeah,
you
it's
with
just
too
I
much,
think that
but
overall we're just looking at like we want to be able to help bring tangible abundance into the world for our creative community, and we also want to help bring free resources to everybody else to become more educated and just more creative in general. And this was a good way for us to kind of separate the two, so they're separate entities and you don't have conflicting things going on with them, but to really be able to like focus 100% on helping you guys and help ourselves to help build the turtle and hare side, because I really think that there's this endless abundance of economic opportunity available for not just us, like as these AI creators, but if you look out into the world, there's so many like small businesses and people that can just really benefit from the skills and talents that we all bring. And again, that's like helping further this new world model where we can work collaboratively and have like our little tribes of people that we gather with, and just have like a more collaborative ecosystem. And one of the things that, like Lance said, it's really what we're driven by is having people be part of that community who share our mindset. And I think that kind of sets our community apart from a lot of like people. You see sometimes people using AI tools, but they're trying to like fit it to the old world model of like whatever they're doing is kind of like, well, I'm going to have my shot to do this thing now with AI, which is totally fine because I think people should use the tools for whatever your goals are. It's 100% great that you should do that. But for us, it's kind of just like a different view of the world that we have that we're trying to build together. And that's why it was like inspiring to have Jessica here today. And like that's what she's trying to do with her writing is create the world that you want to see. And that's really what we are trying to do is create the world that we want to see. We think that this is a once in a lifetime, really, like how often have humans had this chance to kind of like reset our image of the world, and we can really make the world a better place together. We are like so excited this community keeps growing every day, but there's an endless world of abundance out there, and we just really want to help people get over this scarcity mindset or that we have to compete with each other. We really see Turtle and Hare as like a collaborative, supportive network of people who want to make it together in the new world. And like I said, it's just kind of like this like yin yang model of driving economic opportunity for people on the one side, and then educational empowerment and equitable access on the other side. And we really wanted to like go 100% into putting both of these things out here, even though it's been a crazy amount. And Lance has been doing a crazy amount of paperwork in the background because I do still work full time. And so I just like can't say enough how appreciative I am of all the work he's been doing behind the scenes to get all of this up and running. But obviously it's a lot, and we do these spaces every week and they're like the highlight of our week. So things are moving along. We're also 6 weeks out from Vegas and the awards. So we're just like our lives are very abundant right now with things we have going on. So, especially after Vegas, there's going to be probably a lot more happening. But right now, we're just kind of looking forward to collaborating with you guys, getting your ideas, and giving you more information as we go. Because I think we're just not really. Our thing isn't helping people make the stuff. It's like helping make lives and make a new future for each other. So it's kind of like why we're so excited because we just think it's a lot of opportunity and that you guys are, the best people to have around to be able to help build all this with.
believe me when I say there is enough money and enough work out there. It is way more than Lisa and I could ever handle. And that is just, So we thought, okay, well, we know all of these people and they're all going to be on board. So this is a no-brainer. We're just going to pass on what we can't do to everybody else that, shares in our mindset, to be honest. If you are a positive community member and you want to be part of this, please let us know, and we will get you on board. We've already got loads of people on board, but everybody is welcome that can see the good in this in the future. And we're certainly not cheap, but we are nowhere near. We are nowhere near. Well, we have a different pricing model. Let me say that we are going to get you some money. Be sure of that. But at the same time, we are going to do it in a way to where you have constant work rather than, looking for that big fish here and once in a while. And frankly, I've worked with big fishes all my life, and I really don't want to, because their job is to maximize profit. And that not often, it always comes at the expense of the artist, the worker, whatever. And that is not the kind of studio we're going to be running. I don't care if Clorox wants their ad last week. We are not a Pixar design, we're not animators in a Disney studio. We are creators. These people are artists. If you want art, then you get art. But yeah. So we want a place where artists feel respected, where they feel like they're creating stuff, where they don't feel like they're just, making the next whatever Clorox ad or something like that. We want everybody to feel, I know, I keep using, sorry, Clorox, I just use you because you're generic. But because I have no feels for bleach. What am I supposed to say? But we want everybody to feel good. We want everybody to enjoy what they're doing, not to show up at work, quote unquote, and burnt out and thinking, God, I really don't want to do this. It's sucking my soul. No, we want everybody to be happy about what they're doing. We want the customers to be happy about what they're getting. And we want that abundant future. And I don't know any other way to do it than to just kind of do it and cross your fingers, because exactly, I probably drink bleach. But just sitting around and bemoaning and talking and pontificating is getting nothing done. So we just decided to throw caution to the wind and let's do it and see if it works out. And like everything else, it's just working out like more than, I could have ever imagined. But yeah, and it's all because you guys, though, to be honest. I mean, the show, the LLC, the foundation, all of it only works because of this community. And everybody knows that too. So it's just, I hope everybody involved, and I'm sure you do, feel valued, just as valued as I feel to be part of all of this. But I mean, it's really just, it's wild. I'm super excited to be along with this on this ride.
Me too. And like I said, there'll be a lot more to come as we kind of get everything up and running. But we have a very full next 6 weeks before Vegas, and then we'll be doing a lot in the meantime. So I'm sure we can give like updates as we go as far as all that's going. But then we're looking forward to meeting all of you that can come there for the Abundance Awards, which we're still getting all together. But looking forward to also having Papadu's Sonic Vision Challenge be part of that. And do you want to talk about our other community highlights for this week?
Yeah, let's run through the community highlights. What have we had this week?
So, one of the things I wanted to mention last week, but I totally forgot, is that we did want to recognize that Neri was accepted to art school, and I was very excited for her. And I am once again continuing my demands for her to remove mediocre from her profile. So, if you guys want to pile on, we will get her to change it one of these days. But I did want to give her special congratulations. And Neri is a really awesome community member, and she's so talented. She's an amazing singer, makes excellent music videos, and she's very fun and wonderful member of the community, and we love having her around. So I wanted to make sure to recognize that her achievement. We're very excited for her.
Super excited.
Also, you guys probably saw yesterday, but Mean Orange Cat did release the second episode of the Mean Orange Cat show, which is great. And I wanted to make sure you're taking a look at his stuff, because he's been also a wonderful supporter of Abundance Wednesdayz. We were super excited to be able to talk to him about everything he's doing in one of our earlier spaces. So give that a look. Also, and I just saw today prior to our stream, and I was not able to watch it yet, but Brian James Gage released The Cheap Part 2, which if you missed part 1, please go watch it. But it's an Easter special, and I never knew how much we needed Easter specials until I saw part 1. So part 2 is out there as of today. Go take a look. I can't wait to watch it personally. Anything else, Lance?
Let's see here. Well, clearly, as everybody knows, we're talking about let's see here. Sorry. Ooh, what happened? I seem to have lost something here. Ooh, my bad. Okay. No, we're doing the Abundance Awards in Vegas, and I just wanted to show quickly for AI music video. It is running from the 29th to the 31st. Is there actually anything on the 28th? I'm kind of confused on that part. No,
Not for AI Music
I
Video
see.
Festival.
Okay. So it is for, well, the part that we're going to be there for is the 31st. Oh, look, we got Mojo. Oh,
Awesome.
Mojo.
Maybe he
Okay,
can
well,
close out the show for us.
yes, so we'll have Mojo close. Mojo, thank you for coming, sir. But really quickly, yeah, because Mojo's got to run back to his office real quick. I just wanted to show the AI music video website. This is going to be the festival. You can buy your tickets. I believe you can buy them individually for each night. I know on the 29th and the 30th, they're having the after hour DJ thing. I know West Coast and Blacklight and them are doing a after hours DJ thing. I think that Friday on the 30th. So you can get tickets for that, or I think you get a discount if you buy tickets for all 3 nights together. But it's going to be really great. If you can make it, I highly, highly suggest it. You heard it here. DJ Motivate is likely going to play for us. And we are going to have a packed Abundance house there as well.
Yeah, if you are just looking to come to the after hours or to the West Coast AI Labs show and to the Abundance Awards, those are Friday and Saturday, the 30th and 31st, and that's totally free for OCME members. So the only thing you would have to pay for is if you are doing the 28th, which is the kind of after party thing for the conference that's taking place. So take a look at that website and we'll post it out so you can start getting your tickets together and everything. But we're very excited to be part of that and thankful to Tony and Laura for inviting us to host the awards, and we'll be sharing more information about it every week as we get closer to it.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, I got Mojo here. Mojo is a wizard on the piano. I heard him in one of David's space the other day, and I asked, hey, could you come? And he said, sure. So, but he's super busy and he really needs to play and get back to what he's getting to. So Mojo, without further ado, sir. Can you hear us? We may have lost Mojo. It's an Abundant Wednesday after all.
Well, while we're waiting for him to get back, for next week, we've got big show lined up too. We have Styles Morales coming. If you follow him, he does a lot of cool stuff. He's been doing a lot with 3D and Blender, and then he does all kinds of different AI stuff that he's always learning new tools, sharing tutorials. He's a really great community member too, and we're very excited to have him join us. We also have Dagmar, who's out there in the crowd today, and Dagmar, we're very excited to have you come speak with us next week. So really looking forward to that. That's Dagmar Bressel. And then we also have David Batterina, who Gurnfeld put us in touch with and is an awesome guy, really great author and very community oriented person. And we're really, really looking forward to having him come next week. And he hosts his own stream, the Earthquake Show, and he is going to like connect our streams somehow so that all his viewers can be part of our stream too. So we're really looking forward to having him here next week. Mojo, can we hear you?
Absolutely. Do we hear Mojo?
All right.
Awesome.
There he is.
You are.
He is.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Nice to see a face to the voice. That's awesome. This is fun.
There it is. It's the real thing, baby.
That's a good visage and a nice background.
I am not just a mojo, an emoji or an icon. I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy.
Emojo.
Emojo. I like it. I just had to run down to where the baby grand is, so that I'm sitting at the piano now.
Awesome.
Oh my God, a baby grand.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to hearing you play.
Thank you for coming, Mojo. Really, I really appreciate it. It's, just some different music. Dave had to run. He had to drop off his bandmate, and I think he's stuck in traffic. So thank goodness you showed up.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I didn't catch the notice until it was like 3:30 something. I thought, oh, I missed it, and so I just thought, I'll log on just to see what happened. And here it worked
You
out.
made it. You made it just in time.
Looks like I made it.
Absolutely.
So do you want some music now or what?
Yes,
Please
please.
give us some of those ivories.
All right, let's start with this.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
I have always loved the piano. I think, well, I mean, it's hard to say what your favorite is, but I think if I ever wanted to play an instrument, probably piano was the one I wanted to play.
Yeah, my mother, from her era, she forced all of his kids to play piano for 2 years. She said everybody in the family's going to play piano for 2 years, and after that, you can decide if you want to continue, if you've got a musical gift or not. But everybody's going to learn to read music, and you're going to start with the piano because you can go almost anywhere from there. She was very wise, as that turns out. So for 2 years, I fought with my mother over piano lessons because I didn't want to spend 15 minutes inside practicing when all the kids were outside playing, right? So we had this epic battle. And then my mom got remarried between 5th and 6th grade. So we changed schools, and the school had a band program. And I said to my mom, can I just play something different so I don't have to play the piano because I'm stuck inside all the time? And she said, well, you've definitely got a musical gift, so you got to play something. And so I was, going into 6th grade, and what boy doesn't want to play drums? Mom, I'll be a drummer, right? And she says, no, except for drums. I said, what do you mean except for drums, Mom? She says, Joe, we live in a trailer house. If you're playing drums, we're all playing drums. Not only us, but all of our neighbors are playing drums. And we like our neighbors. We want to keep them as our friends. So I was like, oh, man. So again, I was, 11 maybe? And I said to myself, what's the next loudest instrument? Trumpet. I'll be a trumpet player. My mom said, well, at least there's a melody. So, okay. So I switched from piano to trumpet in 6th grade, played trumpet all the way through high school and college. I got picked up by a touring gospel group just out of college, toured 30 countries, all 50 states as a gospel musician. I played for Mother Teresa in Calcutta in 1990. Wow. And then for Pope John Paul II at the Vatican in Rome. And
wow.
For a little kid who grew up in nowhere, Montana, in a trailer park, who chose trumpet just because it was loud, I'm very fortunate how that all played out.
Wow, that's incredible.
Wow. And what do you do now, Mojo, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so I do lots of stuff. When I was little, the phrase was jack of all trades, master of none, which I kind of took offense to that. Like, what do you mean master of none? What if I was master of several, right? So I am very, very much a little kid inside of a big boy's body. So I was curious and trying new stuff. So now I play, I don't even know how many instruments. I play lots of instruments. I picked up guitar, percussion, harmonica, tin whistle. I played saxophone for a little while and French horn. On and on it goes. And at some point, at some level in music, it's just music. It's just like you got to learn the mechanics of an instrument. So a little bit of learning how does this work and how do I make the right sounds. But then you start applying all your musicalities. So it accelerates the learning process a ton. But the new term, which I really love, is polymath. I didn't know what a polymath was, but once I found out, I adopted it immediately. So polymath, just the simple definition, is an expert in more than 2 or more unrelated fields. And I'm like, oh yeah, check. So I'm a graphic designer, I'm a writer, I'm a blogger, I'm a videographer, I'm a photographer, I'm a musician, I'm a speaker. I mean, and on it goes. So polymath, yes. And that doesn't mean master of none. That means you can become the master of several different unrelated subjects. Well, the truth is they're all related to some degree because they all come out of my brain and my heart. And so there's lots of connections there. But in terms of just a profession, lots of different things going on here. And that's the way I want it. I don't think there's a lot of people who really, they've known since they were 6 years old, they were going to be a nurse or a doctor or a teacher or whatever. And they just focused on that one thing and became really good at it. And I was kind of jealous of those kids because like people ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up, Joey? And I would say like, okay, I want to be a professional football player and I want to be the president of the United States. And I also want to be, I want to be an astronaut and a jet fighter pilot and, a deep sea diver and on and on it goes. And the adults inevitably, they go, no, but what do you want to do? And I'll be like, what do you mean? You got to pick one. And I was like, why? Why do you got to pick one? I was, little kid. And I've kind of kept that mentality. Like I'm not the pick one type of guy. I'm like, pick one, get good at it, pick another, get good at it, pick another, get good at it, and just keep going, keep moving.
Well, that's awesome. It sounds like you fit right in with our abundance mindset here on Abundance Wednesdays, an abundance of talents. And I agree with you. I've kind of never really settled on one thing I like to do. I like to do a lot of things. I don't know that I'm the master of any of them, but I do like to do a lot of different things.
Right
So
on.
yeah, I totally relate to that.
We'll get along.
One of the things that I love most about the piano is how diverse it is. I mean, you kind of go from like orchestral, classical, to banging out some jazz and blues, a la, So on that, we have another community member, Brian James Gage. He also plays the piano, but mainly sticks to classical. And I've been beating him up trying to get some jazz or some blues out of him or anything. Do you play any jazz or blues?
I do, and I play it both on piano and trumpet and guitar, although to varying degrees, varying levels. But here's a song that it's a little bluesy, but it probably wouldn't fit in that genre. But you'll recognize it once I get started. But it's a little more complicated than you might think at the beginning. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these lonely wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly into the light
Wow, thank you. I think we'll probably have that to close out our show today. It was really great having you on, and we would definitely love to have you come back, and maybe we could like talk to you a little bit more about your background and everything, and have you as a proper guest. But we really
Awesome.
appreciate you
Yeah.
popping in to play piano for us today. You're very talented, and we're really grateful to have you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd love that. I love to play. So yeah, you tell me where and when, and if I can work at my schedule, I'll be here.
We
Awesome.
are here every Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. PST. Of course, that Indian day to Indian time is
You
clearly
definitely
a little
go a
bit
little longer.
flexible. See what happens, who comes, who shows up, and so on. But yeah, I love the music, Mojo. Really.
Yes,
Oh wait,
thank you.
actually, we have Kiri is going to drop in.
Oh.
Do we have a second? Does anybody still have some time?
I do.
Mojo still has time. Do you
I got
have
time.
time? I've
Yeah.
got time.
All right, we'll give her a second.
Okay, she's coming. She's coming.
In the meantime, Nigel said that Curious Refuge announced the winner of the animation competition. I can't quite tell from the chat which person's submission that was, but I do see a little bit going on out there in X. It's really hard for me to pay attention to anything that's being posted while we're doing the show, so I'll have to take a look later.
Okay, I can see. So she's coming up.
Awesome.
Hey, I'll just throw this in here. If your show allows, I know I came out way after the hour, but I have a Louis Armstrong song I could do as a closer if you need it, if you want it.
Oh man, Louis Armstrong, absolutely.
Okay. You tell me when though. I'll just wait till you talk to whoever you need to talk to, and I'm here. I'm not in a
Yeah,
rush
sure.
right now. Okay.
So as I mentioned, as far as the foundation goes, Kiri, everybody knows Kiri. She is one of our favorite nerds. She has about 5 or 6 different businesses actually, but the one that she's working on right now is, aside from the foundation, is No Spoon Studios. It is an agentic, I don't want to talk too much about it because I really don't know a lot about it, but it's an agentic generator where you can more easily make films and things of that nature. It's kind of an all-in-one, let's say. And she's still working on it, but the idea is it'll have sound effects, voices, so on, all baked into it, so you don't need 50 different tools to make something. And it's pretty freaking awesome. It's actually pretty complicated. I was looking at it like, okay, so I'm used to much simpler things. Where's the prompt box? But it's really awesome, and she's an awesome person, super nice. She's always been a big part of this community. Everybody knows her. So it was just a no-brainer when we were setting it up, and we were thinking of, who do we know that knows tech and stuff, that is awesome, that has the abundance mindset. And yeah, she just popped right into mind, and we mentioned it to her. She was, yes, let's do it. Like, cool. So that's what we're doing now. And
Yeah, it's really awesome to see how many people in the community have been sharing stuff from No Spoon, and I love seeing what everybody's generating there. And I think that, Kiri, she's super hardworking and super smart, and she just gets really focused on things, and she produces things like crazy. And it's more we've gotten to know her, it's like, wow, she's multi-talented, and we're super, super grateful that she was so eager to help out with the foundation. And just really love having her be part of everything. So we're looking forward to all of that stuff. And then hopefully she'll be joining here in just a sec.
well, did you want to play some music now, Mojo? She'll be in here in a second.
Yeah, let's unmute him. There we go.
Yeah. So one of my heroes growing up was Louis Armstrong. He was just larger than life personality. Played the trumpet. He sang. Had this great growly voice, which I just dug. So I would go around the house, as a kid, like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Louis Armstrong. I'm Satchmo." And then my mom would say, "Joe, don't talk like that. You're gonna hurt your voice." Not that she was from New Jersey, but it's fun to say my mom. And I say, "That's okay, Mom. I got it. Satchmo could do it. I can do it." "No, you're gonna hurt your voice, Joey." So we had this, typical mother-son thing. But I learned how to play this particular song, which now has grown into a bit of a legend, because I was singing the song I'm about to do now, a cappella in a parking garage, because it's got this great natural reverb, and it was at night, and there's nobody around. And I'm about 3/4 of the way through the song, and out of nowhere, like a parking attendant with his bright yellow reflective vest just comes marching right up into my song while I'm singing. And he says, "Excuse me, sir, but you can't sing here." And I said, "Why?" He says, "Well, because upstairs there's a band playing." And I said, "Like 2 floors up, right?" He goes, "Yeah." And I said, "And they've got a sound system." "That's right." "And I'm singing a cappella 2 floors down through solid concrete." "That's right, sir." I said, "So I'm disrupting the band." "Uh-huh." I said, "So you don't want me to sing?" And I'm singing this song, "What a Wonderful World." And I really wanted to tell him, "Call the cops and let's see how that goes when the police come." And you say, I told this guy he can't sing "It's a Wonderful World" in the church parking lot. But yeah, I didn't. I just stopped. But the whole thing was live. And so everybody that was listening in was just laughing, and now it's become a legend. So here's Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World." I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies blue, clouds white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
Wow, you really are multi-talented. Kiri missed it all. Kiri, he played it for the
Awesome.
Pope. He played for all kinds of people. It's wild.
I was just saying that's the song I danced with my dad to at my wedding. I love it.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much. We really appreciate having you here today and blessing us with your music, and definitely would like to have you back sometime.
Yeah, Mojo. So that's the deal. We're here every single Wednesday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. PST, and we're going to be firing up a Saturday evening thing that is just going to be focused on more music and so on, and less like interview style so ons. I mean, clearly we'll still have guests and whatnot, but it's going to be a bit more casual chat. But yeah, with a focus on music, and I think we're looking at 8 to 10 p.m. PST for that one. So
it's perfect. Yeah. So Wednesdays
Awesome.
are a little
Great.
challenging for me because of my work schedule. Though I can slip away for 10, 15 minutes without getting noticed. but
nice.
Saturdays I'm wide
Awesome.
open. So if you can feature me on a Saturday, I would love that. Yeah.
You are the man.
Great.
I appreciate you coming out,
Yes,
Mojo.
thank
Really,
you very
this
much. We
was awesome.
appreciate it very much.
Love your skills.
All right. And next time when we schedule me, I'll bring my trumpet. I'll have my marimba. There's a marimba, full-size marimba next to me. I got percussion toys. I mean, I probably have 30, 40 instruments available to me, and I'll just play as many as I can. All right.
Do you play
Awesome. Thank
sax?
you.
I think Nigel is going crazy for sax. Who keeps
I
asking?
did play sax in college, but that was a long time ago. And so my embouchure is really more set for trumpet now, but I probably could make a lot of noise on a sax. It just wouldn't be very pleasant.
Awesome. Well, we'll listen to all the pleasant ones you can do. Thank you
Okay.
again.
You bet. Thank you. Take care, you guys.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks, Mojo.
Awesome. We have Carrie here. Hello, Carrie.
The VP with the mostest.
Oh no.
Oh
That's
no.
fine.
We knew. I'm like, okay, yesterday was the last day of taxes, and
Yep. How are all of you? Hey, Papa Deal. Hey, Grimfell. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we got
Okay,
everyone.
I think
Let's
they're
unmute
muted.
Papadoo. We've got everyone that can talk now. Yeah, thank you, Carrie. You were telling everybody before you joined. We know you've been like super crazy busy and focused and doing a ton of incredible things with No Spoon, and so many people in the community really love to be part of it and what you're building, and you're just doing incredible things over there. And then you were like so lovely to be so excited to join our foundation as our VP of IT, and we're like super grateful to be able to do
Yes.
all this with you.
Thanks, Lisa. I was so grateful for you guys too. Yeah, I don't know if I missed that in the conversation, but I'm just super thrilled and so excited to be joining AI Dreams and Level Up with their foundation and to do some amazing things with them. They're some of the most incredible people I've met. All of you guys in the community are awesome. And the abundance that they bring each Wednesday, the way they've connected all of us, their amazing artistic abilities. I really look forward to doing some very incredible things with both of you and all of you guys in this space right now. And I just really wanted to say thanks for having me on board. Sorry, that train's very loud. It's quite loud in Palo Alto.
As long as it's not coming through the window.
Yeah, might as well be. But yeah, just super excited about it. And I just think that it's going to be an incredible future for all of us to do so much for everybody and to try to give back and find some very cool ways to support. So I'm so excited. And yeah, hopefully there's not another train. I'm going to mute just in case.
That was exactly why we thought of Akiri. I mean, aside from her clear expertise in the technical realm, I think most of us here know her from her approaching us and saying that she likes our work and, you know, getting everybody into CPs and Luma and so on, and just being a participant in the community and a real uniter in the community. So it's just, I mean, adding her, it just, I feel like I'm on the dream team. I kind of feel like I'm a little bit left out. I'm like a third wheel here. Like, okay, well, I know these two. It's cool. It's all right.
No, you're awesome. You're the hostess with the mostest, sir. No third wheels here.
No, I'm just along for the ride. You guys are the hostesses.
No, you're like the workhorse doing all these crazed things behind the scenes, getting everything up and running. So please stop underselling yourself.
Truly.
Yeah, no, we're very excited. We did tell everybody a little bit more about the foundation and our LLC earlier, and that we would be sharing more info as we go along. But I know that having you as part of it is going to be like super pivotal for us to be able to help, because obviously a ton of people in this industry and other industries, and can help with just the overall mission of the foundation. And I think having you on board is just like, we're incredibly grateful for you and thankful that you are donating your time to helping us make it a success.
Thanks, guys. It's going to be awesome. And then hopefully we can all have all the agents all the time too and see how that goes.
Yes.
I'll create like a custom Level Up an AI Dreams agent.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of fun.
I meant, you know, it's funny, Carrie, because I mentioned to my eldest the other day, she plays Minecraft, and I had mentioned agents, or I was talking to my wife about, you know, oh, Carrie, she does this thing with the No Spoons and agents, and she says, agents like in Minecraft? And I said, I don't know. What is an agents in Minecraft? Oh, they help you code. And she just starts going on about these agents, and I'm like, okay, so clearly you know more than I do about maybe you should come to Abundance Wednesdays. Do you have any questions for Kira?
Seriously, that'd be awesome. How cute.
So I feel a little bit out of my element. Oh, but while you're here, and I see Chuck is actually down in there. Chuck wanted to get together and talk about his agent thing, and I told him that I really don't know a lot about it, but that we'll try to set something up so that maybe he can talk to you. So that was the other thing. We kind of wanted to let us know if you want to get in on this and if you want to talk about some things, because we're going to be setting up more roundtables. We've already had a few of them with people like Grimfell and others, and it's really, you know, everybody wants to help out and pitch in and so on. So it's going really well. And if any of you guys want to DM us or send it to, oh goodness, where'd it go? Turtle in Hair AI. I'll put the link back
I'll
up
link
there. But if you send us a DM, myself or Lisa, or here we'll put the There it is, the link to the website. And if you put your email in there for us, there's a contact form on the landing page. Put your email in there. We'll get back to you, and we'll set up some round tables so we can figure out how we can all, do this, because I know everybody out here wants to help out. All of the people in this circle are super nice and super giving. It's just there's no organization of it. So everybody's, this one's on YouTube, that one's on this one, and it's just kind of all over the place. So we'd like to centralize our decentralized education, and so that everybody has one spot they can go to and a spot that they can trust. And we wanted to set up something like the foundation so that there wouldn't be any kind of second guessing, like, oh geez, I don't know what's in it for you, I don't really want to. It's like, no, there's nothing in it for us. It is totally a real 501 nonprofit, and it's just set up to give back, really. And so if you want to help give back, then this is one way you can do it, and we would love to have you. But that's it.
Yes. And I know we went quite a bit over the time we normally do for these spaces, but we had an abundance of guests today that we're super grateful for everyone we had on here. It was, again, great to have DJ Motivate. Please go follow him. He's just recently joined X. We'll send out links to his page as well later on tonight. And if you didn't check out the collab that he did with Lance, Dan Dawson, and Space Logic, please make sure you watch that. It's also on the AI music video stream page, and they just did an incredible job. He's such a great community person and mentor, and we're super excited to have him be part of our community. I think that's just really, really fantastic. And then also having Jessica come today and talk about her books and her mindset, and just trying to move into the new world together, and that abundance mindset was really great talking to her. And then of course Chad, it was wonderful talking with him and being able to share his video on the show today. Again, we just always really love having everyone here. We did thankfully get to hear David live in the garage there, and hopefully we'll get his connections and everything a little sorted out, because he's thinking he'll be able to do more of those live performances from the garage like that with his band, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And then also thankful that Mojo was able to join us here at the end and play 3 songs for us. That was super fantastic. So yeah, like I mentioned, next week we're going to have Styles Morales, Dagmar Bressel, and David Batterina. And we just had an abundance of things going on today. We're super excited about everything we're doing moving forward. And again, we're doing this all because we want to do it together and have a community that we all support each other, and we're all like helping win together. So we're very incredibly grateful that you guys want to be part of what we're doing, and we just really, really love you guys. And like I always say, if you want to come be on our space, just let me know. We'll get you on the calendar. Don't think that no one wants to hear from you or you're not doing something big enough. We want to hear from everyone, and we just really can't even do these spaces unless you keep coming to them and contributing. So please let us know, or if you know other creators out there that you think they'd be great for us to showcase, send them our way, because we just love having an abundance of people to talk to.
A bazillion percent. And just to recap on what we were saying, the Turtle and Hare, the difference between the other studios, trust me when I say there's way too much work and so on, and you're definitely going to get probably paid more than you would first suspect, but we just have a more an ethical way of going about all of this. And I don't want to say too much about it, because I don't, it's best not to. But if you want to get in on it, let us know. We've already got like loads of people that are joining in. I mean, you can imagine, the community, who's going to get into this. So yeah. Nigel says, before we go, he says the winner of the Curious Refuge is a BAFTA winner.
Yeah, if someone wants, again, I can't look at this stuff while we're in the middle of the stream, but if we want to, we can take a look later. If someone knows them and wants to send them our way, we'd be happy to have them on the space.
All right. So I suppose that is gonna do it for this Abundance Wednesdays. Boy, it really was abundant. What time is it?
It's 4:15.
Wow. I think I have to go to the bathroom.
Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. For a long show today, but appreciate you staying with us.
Seriously. Follow everybody here. I mean, you all know Kiri. If you're not following No Spoon Studios, give them a follow. Mojo. Let's see here. We had Jessica. Shoot, I forgot her little
I
thing.
just wrapped everyone up, so we'll send out links later on tonight, but it's okay.
All right, we're
Think
gonna
we
let
got
you go.
everyone.
I'm just gonna be quiet now. Thank you.
Thank
All
you
right.
guys. Love you.
Thanks everybody for coming. Really was awesome.